The next commandment, which is number 7, it's the commandment of, it's a very famous one. It's a very fundamental one. Everybody know it. And it's called the law of proper communication. Now, communication by definition means to deliver messages from one to another. Many people believe that communication means that I have to say words, and that's how I communicate it. When I told you how I feel, I communicated. When I tell you what I want, I communicated. The first thing you need to know, and this is scientifically proved, that words in the world of communication, in delivering messages, words are only how many percentage? Words are only 7% of communication. People are communicating 93% of communication through the subconscious mind in a way that you don't even realize. People delivering messages to one another, not via words. And sometimes it's easy to understand when we contradict words to body language. For example, if somebody comes to you and say, you know, I'm a very happy person, you know, very happy. What did I say? I'm very happy, right? Do you really feel I'm happy? Very often what we say and what our body says, or the other signals that we send to each other, has nothing to do with each other. Proper communication means that I have the ability to take my idea that I would like to convey, the message I would like to convey, make sure I open the welcoming capacity in my wife's side to welcome this message, make sure I transfer the message properly to that source and close it up and it's there. That's communication. Communication is not when the message was delivered, but communication is when the message was accepted. Now, if what you said was not accepted properly, do not blame anybody but yourself. And there are endless points and details that we have to discuss in communication, but because of the time limit that we have, I would like to just give you, and please write it down, and do not try to kill me, a few points that I believe are literally black and white in a relationship. When I say black and white, meaning the things that I'm going to tell you right now, to the best of my knowledge and experience in life and mentors that I learned from, are not negotiable. Those issues in communication are not negotiable whatsoever. Are you ready for it? The rule number 1 in communication is, don't you ever, underline the word ever, raise your voice on your spouse. Again, don't you ever raise your voice on your spouse, no matter what they do. We can go deeper psychologically what it means to raise voice and how terrible pain you're trying to express and etc. You shall not, cannot, should not, and not permitted to raise your voice on your spouse. The damage that we are creating by raising our voice is unmeasurable. The damage of the creation of the distance we create between each other when I raise my voice is unmeasurable. There is no message you cannot deliver to your spouse if you say it in the right tonality. And guess what? If you do not know how to communicate in a nice, right tone, do me a big favor, break your savings and go to school to do it. Go to school to learn how to communicate with the right tonality. By the way, if you ever tried, ever in your life, to communicate with the right tonality, you have no idea how much power it has, A, to get the message delivered, B, to build the closeness, the relationship, the bond between you and your spouse, and the power of the calmness and the relaxation that it creates in the environment in the house. It's incredible when you try it. The point number 2, as I said, which is a black and white, big no-no, is don't you ever, please, don't you ever use derogatory words towards one another. Do not use bad words to put down one another. You're so stupid. You're so disgusting. I can't stand you. I hate you. You are so bad. By the way, I only used good words now. From words that I hear very often, that people referring to their spouses, it's quite scary. Do you really want a healthy relationship? Follow this one. Think 1,000,000 times before you open your mouth to your spouse. By the way, to anybody in this world, for that matter. Watch the words that coming out of your mouth. Don't you ever use a derogatory word towards your spouse. I can tell you one thing, and I hate to say it because I'm not trying to show off in any sense. I am married. My wife is here, and it's recorded. I'm married 23 years. I do not remember one time that I said to my wife any derogatory word. And it's not because I'm a big guy. Let me tell you, I'm a very selfish man. Do you know why I don't do it? It works. It creates the beautiful relationship I want. We are not entitled to put down anybody. If we believe we are superior, we are better than somebody, and we have the right to put down by words one another, we are destroying our relationship. Do not try to blame her mom, his mom, your mom, the neighborhood, the society, the media. Don't blame nobody. Just do not use those improper words. I cannot stress it enough. If I will tell you words that I heard from people, that the way they speak to their spouses, it's quite scary. And I mean it with all my heart. It's a very scary thing. And then people look at each other and say, you know, we have no peace at home. Why would you have peace at home? Who gives you the permission to use a terrible, terrible words towards each other?